you clicked on this video, then you are trying to figure out how your intuition is speaking to you, how to even figure out how to hear your intuition. And I know how it is to feel so disconnected from your intuition, and so this is how I began to connect with my intuition, how to differentiate the voice of my ego from my intuition. First, I want to say that intuition to me is that connection with something greater, that connection with God, who sees more, who experiences more, who just knows more. And so when your intuition is speaking to you, it's that divine piece of you that is speaking through you and guiding you and moving you and wanting just the best for you, and that is your intuition. For me, a big part of my journey was differentiating what is truly my intuition and what is my ego. For me, I really didn't know how to begin to differentiate between these two voices, these two feelings within me. And what I came to realize, and what through practice I saw, was that the ego is usually very fear-based. The ego will try to control, the ego will try to predict the future, the ego will try to tell you have to act right away and kind of be in this paralyzing fear that you need to do and act right away. While your intuition is the soft voice that is just guiding you, and it can tell you not to do something. However, it's not with this paralyzing fear. It's just with this gentle knowing and just this calmness and assurance within you to go after what it is that you want or what you are truly feeling. It's not going to be from this place of fear, this place of control, and this place of needing to do. It is this lighter energy. And intuition for everyone also feels different, so I want you to really dive in and see how you feel your intuition. Is it this knowing? Is it this voice you hear? Is it something you hear? Is it something you see through symbols? I want to read something I wrote in my journal, which I wrote on October 4th, 2023, when I was really trying to find out how to connect with my intuition. It was something that I truly wanted, because I felt this disconnect from my intuition, and there was something that I was like, this is something that is so important in everyone's life, and I want to be connected with my intuition. And so I was, searching for answers, and I came across a video that someone I love to listen to posted about the differentiation between your intuition and your ego. And this was, like I said, this was October 4th, 2023, and it is now November 2025, where I feel I just have this strong connection with my intuition. So it's beautiful how in 2 years you can really see that transformation within you. So I encourage everyone, if you're not already keeping journals, to do so, because it's so beautiful to look back and just see your own transformation and be like, wow, I am in a completely different place. So yeah, so I just want to read what I wrote. It's also crazy how now I'm on YouTube sharing my journals, but anyway, it says, the voice of your intuition will never be that of caution or scariness. It will be that of action. The voice of your intuition will also be about you, about what you should do, not about what other people should be doing or not be doing. The voice of your intuition will also be light, not overwhelming. The voice of your intuition will also not do all this planning of possible situations and worst case scenarios. Your intuition will also not be controlling. Your intuition will also be a feeling you can feel with your whole body, and you know it to be right. And I said, because I have felt it before. Beautiful. So I want you to also see, when did you feel your intuition and know it was your intuition, and connect back with that feeling and see what that feeling was to you. And I wrote, and there will be trust, because when you follow your intuition, there is no mistakes. You do not fear mistakes, as everything serves you. I trust and I listen to my intuition, is what I wrote in the last sentence. And so I think it's also important to, when connecting with your intuition, to build trust with yourself, to see where you can follow this intuition and to experiment with it, go after it and see. And then in those little steps, you'll be able to build trust with yourself and with your intuition. I have written 2 poetry books, I Saw You in the Sunset and Helping People Breathe, and there's a lot of poems in here, in both of them, that depict the struggle of wanting, of yearning, of with this complete desire of, and yearning to connect with your intuition. It is this innate piece of within us, our intuition, and I felt with my whole body that I just want to connect with this innate piece of me that I have felt so disconnected from. And I wrote so many poems about that feeling that I want to share with you guys. And before I begin, I think a main reason that a lot of women are disconnected from their intuition is because we are placed in this world where we have to lead with a lot of logic. And logic is beautiful, however, there has to be this harmony between logic and your intuition. And women truly are this symbol of intuition. It is something that we are so deeply connected to when we allow ourselves to be. So, along with that logic, there's a poem in my book, Helping People Breathe, and it goes like this. I was always good at math and finding the solution where you have to be exact to get the exact answer, following the steps carefully, being very logical. Therefore, it is hard for me to push that logic aside, to listen to my heart and act on what it is saying. Instead of taking the time to calculate each possible outcome and where I could go wrong, and so I hold myself back by going to what is logical instead of acting from my heart. But the heart has no logic sometimes. It feels what it wants, the heart, a higher power. And so I think that is so beautiful and perfectly just depicts how sometimes the heart truly has no logic, and our intuition is telling us something and we really don't know where it's coming from. But that intuition and that part of us that is speaking to us is that connection with God, and that's speaking to us because it sees more and it truly wants the best for us. And so sometimes it does have no logic, and it's important for us to differentiate when we need to truly go after our intuition. Another poem that I wrote that's also in that book is, I'm still afraid to listen to my heart, to feel what it is feeling, to hear what it is whispering, so I choose to silence my heart, to silence my heart's feelings, to silence my heart's beatings, and I force myself to sit back passively, allowing external people and things be in control instead of letting my heart unfold and run wild. And that is truly about that feeling of knowing what your intuition is telling you, but being scared because, sometimes following your intuition comes with a lot of change, and that change can be uncomfortable, but that change is leading you to your highest potential, to everything you truly desire within your heart. This is also in my second book, Helping People Breathe, and it's really powerful. It is that feeling of not following your intuition. It is a screaming, but a soundless scream, more of a building up of tension where the courage is forced to scream, but no sound is scream, a physical pain of a soundless scream of sadness, a longing for my heart's desires. That is what my heart feels every time I do not listen to my intuition and let my ego speak. And so, yeah, I think listening to your heart, listening to your intuition, it might not be this sound that is screaming to you, even though that's what I said in the poem. Your intuition does not scream in the way that your ego screams, but your intuition does scream in the fact that not following your intuition can be so painful, because it is that voice, that feeling, that knowing that just constantly creeps up. You push it away, but it comes back, it creeps up, because you know what your heart truly wants, and yet you're not listening to it. So it is a pain that comes with that realization of being like, I'm pushing my own heart's desires away because I'm letting my ego speak, or I'm just not following my intuition. And so I urge you to truly connect with your intuition. And if you are on the journey of wanting to connect with your intuition, I urge you to set that intention this week. Say to yourself, I'm allowing myself to connect with my intuition. And when I did that in this course that my mentor was having, it was a week on intuition. And I, as you can see, I really wanted to connect with my intuition, and I set that intention that week. and it was the week of my birthday. My birthday was that weekend. And you know, I set that intention. I was like, I'm connecting with my intuition this week. Really something I will never forget, because it was a moment where I was like, wow, this is what my intuition feels like. And so it was like, you know, late at night, I'm brushing my teeth in the bathroom, and my sister lives in a different state than me. And I'm just, you know, it's like, I think it's Wednesday and my birthday was on Friday. And I'm brushing my teeth and I just get this feeling, this complete knowing. I'm like, my sister is coming for my birthday. I saw no signs. She did not mess up when she was speaking to me. She did not give me any signs. My friends gave me, there was no way I should have known this. My sister and my friends and my mom kept this secret perfectly. But I had this knowing. And I told myself, I was like, if this is true, then this is the voice of my intuition. And so Friday comes, and you know, I just know that she's coming. And she came. She flew in for my birthday. And for me, that is just such a beautiful moment for me of connecting with my intuition and knowing. And you know, it's funny because I wasn't able to be surprised, which kind of, you know, sucks, because it's fun when someone surprises you. But on the other end, I was so happy for finally connecting with my intuition and being like, wow, now I know, and I can fully lead with this knowing when I know it and feel it. And once you connect with your intuition, your ego does silence more, and you begin to truly know when your intuition is speaking over your ego. And there will come a time when you just fully trust in yourself and in that intuition. So give yourself time, and I would love to know about your journey in the comments. And so like and comment, subscribe to join the soul family I'm creating here. And you can check out my books, I Saw You in the Sunset and Helping People Breathe, linked below. The poems that I read today were from Helping People Breathe, and it's my newer book that came out in September. Yeah, September, the first day of fall. So yeah, would love if you check those out. And I am wishing you a beautiful and lovely day today, and I'll see you in the next video.